Hello, everybody. Super excited for tonight because we have a lot of things that we want to talk about to you guys about, and it's almost going to be like roundtable style, super chill, but some things that we felt like really need to get talked about. And it seems like it's kind of a company wide thing. I don't know if it's because of coming out of COVID. I don't know. You're like, that's great. I have no idea what you're talking about. Let's get to the chase. Anyways, so Britt and I were talking, and we came up with some questions today that we thought would be really fun to kind of bounce back and forth with. So I'm going to take it at the start. Britt's going to take it and give her opinions and her thoughts on some things. But we were just thinking about actually even just being on the live. It made me think back to when I got started in this business and why I said yes to it. And everybody's story is so different, and everybody's wants and needs are so different. So I want you guys to kind of think back to why you said yes to this business tonight. Like sometimes you can be in a really tough place, or you can be in a place of burnout or discouragement, and the business is usually the first thing to go for people. I know for myself, it's kind of like I just want to have a nap and escape the world a little bit. But the one thing that constantly keeps me coming back to this business is remembering why I got started, and then after that remembering why I continue. So I know for myself, when I got started, I know a lot of people don't get started in this business because they see it changing their lives so much to the point that this gets to be their full time. For myself, I was fortunate enough to see Erin as the first and only person I've ever seen in this company where she did do that, where she did retire herself from nursing. And I was like, wow, like this is cool. I don't need to have a degree. I can get started in this business. If I hustle and I'm willing to put in the work, then I can have that life. There's no reason why I couldn't. It's not like she's more special. It's not like she's got an entire network that's supporting her making X amount of dollars, right? Like we all start relatively in the exact same place. So when I got started, obviously I hit my goal quite quickly. Within a year, I was making a full-time income. However, I needed more than that, and I wanted to make sure it was stable. So during that time frame of it growing, because you hear a lot of people getting started in this business, it's like, I want an extra $200, I want an extra $500. For me, I hit that pretty quick. Like I was making that consistently within my first few months, but that wasn't what my initial goal was. So even when I hit that and continued with my business, I still felt defeated with it. So maybe for you yourself, you're getting started and your big goal is $300 or $500, and you're not hitting that yet, and you're feeling defeated because you're putting in all this work and all this effort. All of us work at a different scale. We want a different scale, and sometimes you hit your scale and you move your scale up, or at least I hope you do. But tonight's going to be all about kind of reflecting on where you're at and where you want to go. So I want you guys to just be connected into why you joined this business, what you truly see it doing for you. And I hope it's something that like your typical job can't do for you. So I knew for myself, I could work 2 full-time jobs. I could have all my expenses covered, but I knew I wasn't going to have that time freedom if I had to continue with that life, or I wouldn't be able to build a savings account or eventually buy an acreage and have my animals and all the things, like my big goals. So your goals change. And I don't know, I think the really cool thing about this business is you get a roadmap. We talk about the roadmap all the time. It's steps to success. It's looking at your chart constantly, understanding your chart constantly. Read the compensation plan. Even if you're not a green personality, like know how this business works for you, because you joined this business to make money, right? So figuring out what that first goal is. So maybe you guys have just been kind of floating through the months and thinking, okay, yeah, like this month's great. I'm getting up my host post. Cool. And it's like, it's not really producing anything because you don't even know what your target is. So you want to start figuring out not necessarily the number of people you want to sign, but you want to start looking at true things that matter, like volume. You want to start looking at the things that are going to make you money, like bringing in team members. If you are at a point in your business where you are feeling burnt out, I can promise it's because you are carrying the weight of everything on your shoulders every single time. not saying this about any of you guys, but every single time that I have hit burnout in my business, it's because I've had people in places where those people stop showing up or they're not showing up, but I'm determined to build it because that section is going to help me get to the next level. The thing with this business, it's all about enrollments. It's all about constantly bringing new people in and just knowing that you're going to sign people who are here seasonally. Seasonally might be a day, it might be a month, it might be a year. And it was kind of crazy. Like I was looking at the pictures that I posted today where I was building my business in all of these moments. I was going to post some team photos, but I was like, probably 10 of those people are gone from this business. And that was just that conference last year. That is normal in this business, but you have to decide if this business is going to be something that's going to take you to the next level, if it's something that you are going to put your roots into. And I don't know, just talking about discouragement and all the things, all of us go through it, you guys. Like all of us go through it on different levels. And I can promise you, as your business grows, you experience it on an even greater scale. So, something with roadblocks, I know we're going to go back and forth with this, but comfort zones for myself. When I got started, I always say it, I was so stinking shy. I wanted to stay in my comfort zone. I didn't want to reach out to people. I didn't want to message people. And honestly, now I'm like, thank God Host Post didn't exist back then, because I would have had a panic attack on a daily basis. And I always felt like I needed to know all the things. So what I did to stick into my comfort zone, I looked like I was working this business by making posts and showing myself making products and stories. And that's great and all. But if you're not doing the the process of building your business, where you're bringing in those new eyes, you're having those new fresh conversations, you're just recycling the same 200, 300 people seeing your stuff over and over again and hoping that you're going to get a sale this month because they've seen your story enough, instead of bringing in fresh people to get you excited. Think about ways that are going to get you excited in this business. I know for myself, we were on this Zoom this morning and Claire Flores was talking about what gets her excited in this business. And hers is talking to new potential distributors and sharing her story with them and what this business can do for you. For myself, I am excited every single day when I lay down at night and I've had conversations with people where I'm creating these relationships and these potential conversations of the business or for product, whatever the case is. So figure out what gets you excited in this business, because it reflects in what you're showing up as on your posts, in your stories, and that's what you're attracting. So if you're showing up and you're kind of like dead to the world, I don't want to be here, you guys aren't going to either sign anybody or you're going to sign people who feel dead to the world and they don't want to be here. So, and they come and they go. So what I loved about what she talked about was showing how she loves to show how she's building her business on the go. They live a very adventurous life. She's got like 5 kids or something like that. Like, and they just moved to Montana. So they're out hiking and they're out whitewater rafting and doing all the crazy things. And all of us don't have a crazy life like that. I get that. But all of us can show how we're building our business on the go and that we're living our lives. Michaela, I think of you when I talk about this because you are so good at sharing your business throughout the day while you're at your brother's hockey, while you're road tripping. People see that you get to build this business on the go. And another thing they said this morning is we're not desk people. Like we joined this business because we want the flexibility, right? So start figuring out, you need to work this business, obviously, but do the things that bring you joy while you're doing this, because that's what's going to keep you excited and continuing going forward. And that's what you're going to attract. You're going to attract people like you when you start showing up like you, but also implementing the business in those moments. You can't just live life and not implement the business, or only do the business and never implement life, because you're going to find a really weird disconnect there. And we were talking about rejection. Rejection is a big one, especially when you're new. Like those no's or people having issues with their products can totally set you off. You guys, when that happens, just sit back, put your phone down, take like 5 deep breaths and tell yourself the world is not ending. Rejection is a part of life. It's even outside of this business, you are going to experience it almost on a daily basis. So just stop getting butt hurt when people aren't happy with you 24/7. And everything is fixable. You might deal with people who suck, and that's okay. That's why there's a block button. But you just move forward. Always remember why you're here. Okay. You didn't join this business because that customer wanted to order from you 10 months later, right? Like, so if they are unhappy, who cares? There's other people. If you sign a distributor and they join you and they disappear, who cares? You said yes to this business before that distributor ever said yes to this business. You saw the vision for your life before that person ever joined your team. So you keep going, and the people who are supposed to be here will be here and they will show up for you. And I can tell you that time and time again in this business. And we were on a Diamond and Above call yesterday, and there were only 12 people on, or 18 people or something in the beginning. And someone made a comment like, I can't believe there's only 18 people on here right now. And Josh Parker and Amber Parker, I love them. But Josh was like, we're not going to focus on people who aren't showing up. We're focusing on the people who are here because they want to be here. When people don't want to be here, let them go. Let them not show up. Let them not prioritize their future or their business. You do not have to follow the crowd. You don't have to follow those people. And just control your thoughts. And another thing with controlling your thoughts, because we talk about self-development all the time. And I was thinking back to, because I'm so green and I need to know all the things too, and listen to every Zoom and listen to every replay and like buy all the notepads to take all the notes. Don't let yourself get stuck in a self-development pit, I'm going to say, because we can be self-development junkies where we take in all this information, but if we're not willing to implement it, it's 100% worthless of your time. You want to be showing up. It's like showing up to work. If you weren't showing up and getting, like, you're learning things at work and you're showing up and doing the things, but you weren't getting paid for it, would you do it? Probably not. Like, it's great to be able to grow your mind and all the things, but implement it every single day. You're going to hear so many different, the people are building their businesses in different ways. And maybe you've been building your business the way that Bert and I like to build our business and it's not working for you. But all of a sudden you hear Aaron Tweed say something and a light bulb goes off. Like, it's so important to be in those Zooms, but implement them just so that you can figure out what's going to work for you. Like, I don't know. That's just my thought process. I know it's what kept me back for about, I'm going to say, my first year in business. I just wanted to be on all the things, learn all the things, but I never implemented anything. I just stayed so scared and so stuck and thought, okay, it's like 3:00 in the afternoon. I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow. And tomorrow never comes. So always do a reevaluation of yourself wherever you're at in your business, whether you're happy with your business, whether you're not happy with your business. I can promise you the majority of us probably aren't overjoyed in doing cartwheels with where we're at. Maybe we're thankful, but we're not ready to, like, this is perfect. If I never moved forward, I don't think any of us are there. And if you are, I hope you start dreaming a little bigger for yourself. But reevaluate where things are good, where you're really happy, where the business is like, I don't know, for myself this past month, and while words are hard, while I was away in July, I really took time that week to reevaluate this business and what it was doing for me mentally, because I was in such a funk. And I don't know if it's because of surgery and life and all the things, which always plays a part, and then your business gets affected. But take a look into your life and just reassess things, see where you can improve. Like I said, find the things that bring you joy, find the things that bring you excitement in this business. If it's creating stories, if it's creating reels, amazing. If it's doing other things, amazing. But amplify the things that are working. I encourage you to look at your enrollments, where you're signing customers and where you're signing distributors. If you're not signing distributors, then you need to make changes, because I can see the back end office distributor signing is a little low. But with customer enrollments as well, like, just look at what is bringing that in and do more of that. And I can promise you, you're going to start putting some really fun twists on it when you start getting excited about it. When you're like, oh, yeah, that's literally how I always sign my customers. So I'm going to keep doing that, and I'm going to 10x it or do however many of that you want. And momentum, it's something, I don't know. I think back to, if I think about this business and I think about the fun in this business, and I think about the funks in this business, momentum comes when you are having fun, when you are enjoying the process, when you wake up in the mornings, you're like, today I'm excited because I'm going to do this. I'm going to accomplish this. This is what I'm working towards, and this is how I'm going to do it. When you have that clear roadmap, you get so much more excited about this business instead of just showing up like, yeah, I'm supposed to be here. I'm supposed to do the things, but I don't know what I'm even doing it for. That's not fun. That's not fun for you. It's not fun for anyone. And I think back to spring of last year when Britt went double diamond and I was taking Matt's account double diamond, and a bunch of the girls were also promoting, which a lot of those girls aren't here anymore, but Cody is, Cheyenne is. And it was just so much fun because everybody knew what they were working towards. And we were showing up daily and working together and getting excited and doing countdowns. And it was just like we had this energy to the team that was just so fun. And I want to see that come back. I want to see the team. And there's so many new people here since that point, which is even more exciting, is that we get to do that with all these new faces, get excited working towards our goals. And when you guys find that groove of momentum when you're building, stick in it. It is so difficult. For any of you guys who have ever promoted, I can promise you, you'll agree with me, drop it in the chat. But when you hustle hard and that clock rolls over and the month end is over, you are 100% exhausted because you worked your butt off to hit that goal. And it feels so good that you kind of take a back seat. It's like, okay, I did it. I'm going to take a back seat. I'm going to enjoy a few days. A few days becomes a week. A week becomes a month, and a month can lead up to multiple months. It's so easy to fall out of momentum. And I'm just going to encourage you guys, when you get into that groove, you keep it going, because the beautiful thing about this business is that we have the loyal customer program. So it creates that residual, which means when you build that first month, that first brick, you got that brick the next month and you got it the month after. You don't know about the month after. So if you build first month, second month is okay, third month is okay. But if you're taking a break there, fourth month hits and you're like, frick, I have to start over and build this all over again. Whereas if you're building, that's taking you so much farther. That already projects you into what, 9 months instead of 3, because you were consistent every single month. So I am guilty of it. When I hit double diamond and when I took Matt's account double diamond, I was like, peace, like I'm out of here. Like I do not want to send a single house to post. I don't want to talk to anybody. But it is so difficult to get back into that momentum and continue to build. Is it impossible? No, but you do feel like you are starting from scratch. And there's something about the excitement too. You know, you just keep that fire burning. Yeah, I don't know what else I wanted to cover. I'm just like kind of going down a rabbit hole.
Oh, it's so good. I actually want to add to that, so I'll cut in now. One of the things that we were talking about in the live that was when I first started this business, I didn't start until I was 100% sure that I was going to give it 110% of my efforts. And I think that that's something that I think it's rare, to be totally honest with you. The further that I'm in this business, the more that I see, like, Alyssa did not join this business thinking she was going to have 110%, right? You were like, I need all the information. Like, please don't make me run. I don't want to run. And I think that why I was so keen to do that is because when I started this business, I joined Alyssa when she was at 110% moving forward. She knew where she was going. I didn't know what I joined, but I knew that I was going to match her level of commitment, her level of excitement, all the things, right? So I started running. I ran blind. I hit Ruby and I didn't even know where Ruby was. I was like begging people to join me. I was begging people to sign up. I signed up my grandpa. He's like 70 something and he hated the products. Like I signed up everyone, you guys, because I knew what this business was going to do for me, because she knew her. So I want to encourage you, if you're organization right now is at a place where you just feel like it's at a standstill. You feel like nobody is jumping on board. You don't know what else to do. Just keep moving. Show up consistently. There's people that are watching you right now that you don't know are watching you. You have no idea. And they're going to message you a year from now and they're going to say, Michaela, I've been watching you for a year. And you know what? You just keep bothering me by posting all the time. And I need to join you because it's just like making me mad that I haven't yet. And I love watching you. You're also going to have the people that said, I've been watching you for a year and I know this business is what I need. So Teresa, I'm joining you and just like tell me what to do. Now, when those people come into your organization, I was saying this to my team last night, like my biggest dream, and I know Alyssa's is too, is when they get here, they are just like, they feel at they're so welcomed and they feel like they can just come under the belief that maybe they don't have yet, but we all have, so that they can accomplish things that maybe they never thought they could before this business. And I think that the more we grow, like the momentum is here. We're not getting it back. This is new. This is something we've never done before. The momentum, people are like Alyssa said, like when we all used to get on Zooms, guys, people are on Zooms. Did you know every single morning, Teresa, Michaela, and Charmaine are on a Zoom with Alyssa? Every single morning. They have a freaking group chat because they show up all the time together. Like, how awesome is that? And I know I'm not just like talking to Cody and Cheyenne here. There's a lot of people that are going to watch the recording. I'm not calling you out. I do not wake up all the time either. But one of the things that I love about that is they are creating that momentum. No one else is creating it for them. They are creating it with each other. And now that's going to trickle to Michaela's team, Charmaine's team, Teresa's team. When you guys are shy, do you know what that's doing for your business in the future? Bless it in ways that you don't even know. And how you show up is what you get out of it. So you're showing up, you're not paying attention, you're doing a million things, you will get half of the information maybe. If you show up and you're paying attention, but you're not really taking notes, you will get like a little bit more, but not really. If you like show up and go, I have an hour to grow my mindset and build my business, you are going to move at a momentum that you've never experienced before. And that's what I'm seeing for this team. One of the quotes that Amber and Josh said today, I'm just going to find it here. No, I can't find it. Oh, God won't multiply what you fail to maximize. And I think that sometimes we expect this business to be the fastest thing ever when we show up for 30 minutes once a week, right? I know it sounds silly, but we do. We post on our stories like we work this business, but we really haven't talked to anyone in a really long time. You can fake work this business very easily. We have all done it before. All of us are guilty of that. It's not that hard. Post on your story a couple times, put up a cute coffee photo, and you're like, boom, I'm awesome. And then we're disappointed at the end of the month when our e-suite doesn't flip over and we're not diamond or we're not whatever, right? And I feel like when you show up, even to a training like this, like it doesn't even have to be anything. It doesn't have to be a big corporate Zoom. It can be our intimate team, and you maximize the time that you have here, you will multiply, and you're going to have team coming to your Zooms. You're going to have people reaching out to you that they want you to pour into them. You're going to start seeing it just trickle down to your entire organization. And I know that all of you are here to do something that's so much bigger than yourselves. And I think sometimes we let other people's opinions or the no's or different objections really like come up against us and just completely flatten us. But we don't need to. Like Alyssa said, the world's not ending, you guys. We're okay. Nothing in this business is a 911. And I think when I started to realize that people aren't bad, people aren't bad. Literally, most of the people that say things that maybe make us offensive, like you have to be non-offendable in this business. And that's the best piece of advice that I've ever gotten is people aren't upset. They just don't know. When somebody says like, oh, well, is this a scam? What's our instinct? I didn't join a scam and blah, blah, blah. Do your research. They don't know. Maybe they're asking a question. How about you type them and go, oh, I totally understand why you could potentially think that because I'm giving away money and where's that money coming from? Thanks for checking, but no, it's not a scam. And have a conversation with people. When people say products don't work, period. What could be your gut reaction? Yeah, they do work. Like literally use them every day. Instead, as a business owner, as somebody who is doing this business as a career, you need to come and go, okay, well, how are you using the products? How long did you use them? What did you do? Did you drink water? Okay, well, this is what I'd recommend. Message me in a couple weeks when you do it like this and we'll figure it out. being unoffendable will make this business so much more fun. And objections are going to come in all areas of life, but in this business, they're going to come a lot. They're going to come all the time from every single area. But what you focus on is going to grow. So if you think everyone's out to get you, they will all be out to get you. Guys, we've had people in this team that literally quit for that reason because everyone's negative. Social media is horrible. Who are they talking to? Like the things that people had said to them, I have never heard anybody say to me my entire life, because what you focus on is going to grow and what you nurture will grow. So if you're coming up with objections all the time and they're discouraging you, don't let them discourage you. Look at it as a moment of like, oh, okay, never heard that one before. Let me reach out to Britt. Let me reach out to Alyssa because I don't know how to deal with this. Or let me get to the bottom of this and be someone who figures it out with them. Because when people are saying these things to you, unless it's just like someone that's super not okay, shouldn't said anything, whatever. But if it's like somebody who's asking, is this a real giveaway? Somebody that's asking, is this a scam? Do you actually make money in this type of business? I've never seen people make money with this. When I join, will it blah, blah, blah? Will I be stuck in an auto ship? All the things that we could get offended by. Sometimes people just need to be reassured. So one of the things I wanted to talk about was objections, because I hear a lot of, I have so many potentials. No one's buying right now. I've had so many conversations with distributors and I cannot get any of them to join. All you need to do is have more conversations. This business isn't any less awesome. These products aren't any less available, well priced, and work. It just might not be that person's time to join up, and there's nothing wrong with you. That's the other thing. So if you're having people say no and attaching it to something, do you know in your heart that you're supposed to be in this business? Do you know that this is what you're supposed to be doing? And do you know that it works? You guys, if you don't know that it works, it does. I'm telling you, you can make money in this. These products do work. So how are you going to move forward with that? So one of the things that I love to do when I'm talking to somebody that has an objection or a fear, or they're nervous about whatever, is I open with, I totally understand. Or if I don't and they bother me, I say, I appreciate you telling me. Then I move to the next thing. So what I'm going to recommend, or I reassure them of whatever their fears are. For example, I had a lady message me the other day. She was so scared because her TFX hadn't made her lose 30 pounds in a week. Okay, I totally understand why you're nervous. Trying something new can be a little bit uncomfortable. But I promise you, if you use this the way that I recommend, you will lose weight. It might not be as quick as you want, but your metabolism will be boosted. Hope that makes you feel a little bit better. Check in with me in a week. I can help you use it for best results. She was so excited. She's like, oh, thank God, I was just nervous. But she was so aggressive when she first reached out. So it's up to you to flip that script, and you can do that with anything. And when you start doing that, you're going to see that your business becomes a lot more fun because you're not mad about anything. You're not offended about anything. If you have somebody on your team, a distributor that just keeps coming at you, this isn't working, I don't have time, blah, 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 blah. One of the things that I do with those type of objections, when they just keep coming with the same thing, you can talk about the same thing and get help with it a couple times. But if you keep having the same problem, there's only so much another person can do for you, right? We all know that. If I came to Alyssa every single day and said, I don't know how to sign distributors, and she tells me how and I don't do it, and the distributors aren't signing, she tells me how and I don't do it, and I say it again, there's only so much I love to do in those situations is give what I can immediately and then allow them to go do the work. That's the most important part. When you are a leader, I feel like I can say this to everyone on here. You show up for your team as much as they show up for themselves. I know one of my girls, Sandy, is going to be watching this recording. We literally just talked about that the other day. And I feel like there's nothing more empowering than knowing that if I show up for myself, I'm going to have somebody on the other end to help me out. But I'm also not going to hold her hand and do the work for her. First of all, she'd be annoyed. That's so annoying. She wants to work her business. Second of all, who has time for that? And the bigger that you grow, the more that's going to be. So if you're in a position right now where maybe you have that same thing with teams, first of all, are you showing up? Are you showing up for them and giving them 110% of your efforts? Second of all, are you setting the standard of what you want your organization to look like? And are you showing up as that? I know that for me, something I've been focusing on a lot is I want to show up the way I want to be seen, the way I want to be known, and the way I want to be loved. Now, if I start looking at how Alyssa shows up, do I want to be seen, known, and loved like Alyssa is seen, known, and loved? I couldn't be. I'm not her. I don't know how to do that. I'm going to be feeling like an absolute imposter, and everything that I do is going to give me a lot of anxiety because it's not going to be anything that I want to share. And on top of that, people are going to be like, she seems awkward. Like, is she okay? As soon as you start stepping into who you are and what you like to share and going, okay, I want people to know what I'm passionate about. I have this weird obsession lately with like everything I eat, I want to know what's in it. Like, the random ingredients of a potato and what it does for me, I want to know. That's something that my brain's doing lately. So you know what I decided to do? Start sharing it. People are following me now that care about that, right? It doesn't have to be anything awesome. It doesn't have to be glamorous, but I want to be known as somebody who cares about that. Even if it's just a little part of who I am, I do care about it. I think it's so interesting. And if I was talking to somebody in person, I would share that because I think it's cool. Now, if you wanted me to tell you, I literally said to Alyssa the other day, I'm going to give you my credit card. Could you please just buy me clothes? Because I don't know what to buy. But if I went on Instagram and I pretended like I knew how to put an outfit together and make it look perfect and all the things, people would see right through me and I would feel so awkward because I don't know, right? And I think that sometimes we think that we have to be exactly what we see. We have to be Cheyenne Knox. We have to be Erin Tweed. We have to be people that we see be you. And as soon as you start showing up as that, you're going to start attracting people who know you for you. And when you do that, you're going to see everything come in alignment. So I want to encourage you guys, if you're not showing up, if you're not showing up, period, because you think you're not enough, stop believing that lie and just show up. Show up awkward, show up nervous. You can show up in your story and say, I'm nervous to be here, but here I am. Honestly, social media gives me anxiety, but I joined this really and it's pushing me and I'm going to grow. Thanks for being here. Love you all. It doesn't have to be anything amazing. It doesn't have to be anything that requires too much of you. It just has to be you. And I think that when you start doing that, the work becomes fun because one of the things that we've like really been focusing on this year is bringing the joy back in business because it's really hard, you guys. It's really hard to hit that mountain point. And then, like she said, our double diamond team isn't here anymore. I have two girls out of a double diamond team that are here still, which I'm very grateful for them. But that's a lot of people that aren't here, right? That's hard. Doesn't mean it's easy, but do you know what I do know? I know that I'm supposed to be in this business. I know that it's only going to go up here because where else could it go? And I also know that the people who are supposed to be here are coming. And when they get here, I want to be ready. So instead of focusing on who's not here, instead of focusing on the things that you lost or the things that you could have done or the ways that you made a mistake or you failed, just start looking at where you're going and start believing that you're already there. That is the most powerful thing you can do. And don't worry about the details. Honestly, I'm releasing any greens right now that are just like so stressed about all the details of how to get there. Just start moving and you'll get there. We'll like pivot you along the way if you need help. But if you show up, we'll show up for you. And I think moving into this next season, it's going to be a promotion season that we've never seen before. This is something our team has never done. It's new. We're not trying to get it back. We're moving to a whole different thing with a whole different group of people. And how exciting. So when people join our team, I want them to feel that energy because I felt that energy when I joined. I actually joined when Alyssa, I think you just went to conference or you were at conference when I joined, like same time. So I joined, she threw me in this group chat and just said like all the things, you guys, there's bonuses on the table, there's all the things. And me knowing nothing was like, okay, let's go. And I know that we're going to start signing people who are like that, right? So be the person who gives that person the fire to do it. And if you're feeling like you are so sluggish in your business, sign someone new. There is nothing more exciting than a new distributor. There's nothing more exciting than a fresh face of like, oh gosh, this business can do what for me? I can stay home with my babies. I can do all these things and you get to show them how. There is nothing more exciting than that. For me anyways. I'm sure a lot of you guys are the same way. And I know that this is going to be the biggest growth season we've ever had. And it's going to be so good. Do you want me to get into like details on, do you want to add anything?
No,
because I feel
do
like
it. I love
want
it.
to talk about specifics of work, but if you want to add anything.
I do want you to cover specifics of work because I love how consistent you are and you've really gotten into a groove of everything. But I also want to like jump back really quick to talking about, I know a lot of us get affected when people do message us in a negative way, but remember, perception is everything. And usually the way that we text people is, and then they text us the way that they do, we take it that way. So like, for example, someone might be texting you and you're or messaging you and you're taking it that they're frustrated and hating life, but that's just the way they talk. If they sent you a voice memo, it might not be so intense. It could be like, these products aren't working. That's how you're taking it. But if they voice memoed you, it might be more like, hey, am I doing something wrong? Like the products don't seem to be working their best. Like you just don't know. So don't take it so personal. I think of my sister in this scenario. One of my older sisters, she's texts all the time. I use exclamation marks after everything because I'm always hyped in my messages. She uses periods, and I'm like, "Are you mad at me? Like, what did I do?" She's like, "What are you talking about? Why would I be mad at you?" I'm like, "Why are you using periods at the end of every single sentence?" She's like, "I'm a teacher. It's what I do." Like, it's like, okay, fine, whatever. Like, so you just don't know until you know, and it's our job, like Britt said, just help them out. And yeah, and thinking again, I jotted down the showing up as yourself. You guys, you're going to be so much more confident in this business when you show up your genuine self. And it doesn't mean that you can't take qualities from Britt or myself or Aaron or the top leaders, which you should always do. Take qualities of how they work their businesses and how they train their teams and show up, but show up as yourself. So you can take bits and pieces, but implement them in who you are. And I can promise you, you're going to show up as a better leader, a better person all around. So, anyways, let's dive into how to make this happen.
Okay, so first thing I want to say is I feel like the standard that you set for yourself, your team is going to do half. So, how high is your standard? First of all, if your standard is to get 2 host posts up, don't be mad when your team does anything less than that. And I think that just comes being really conscious of where you want to go with business and having integrity as a leader. Because if people don't know where you're going, they're not going to follow you. And I think that something that I love about this business is we're nobody's boss. Like I am not in control of anybody's paycheck. I can't fire you. I can't promote you. I wish I could. I can't. It's up to me. It's up to you, which is the best thing ever. But it takes a lot of responsibility for ourselves. So stop being okay with being mediocre. Society has told us it's okay to be just enough. Society's told us it's okay to do just enough. Stop celebrating the fact that one person answered you, unless you're having a really bad day and you need to like celebrate that so you're okay. I give you full permission to do that, but set the standard higher because you can do it. It's not something where you have to be okay with just getting a couple messages out today. The only person who just got a couple messages out is you. So quit allowing yourself to be okay with that. And when you set that standard, watch what happens, you guys. Honestly, one of the things that I'm trying to be so intentional about is when I work, I'm praying over everything that I'm doing. Whatever you need to do, if you need to put on your favorite song, if you need to get in the right mindset of just like, okay, these host posts are going to explode. Like start speaking life over your business. This person's going to be so excited. And you know what happens? I will literally sit down and be like, I'm going to sign 2 distributors. Maybe I won't sign them, but you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to try to sign them. What does that mean? I have to message so many people. I'm following up with people from last year because my goal was to write down 2 distributors. Am I upset if I don't sign 2? No, but I am upset if I didn't message anybody about being a distributor. So, whatever your goal is, don't settle for being mediocre. It's not okay. You're better than that, and you don't have to. Some jobs you kind of have to. It's like, this was literally the best I can do. This, your best, is only going to get better. And one of the things that, I've been like living by, I need to put this on my wall, is you won't rise to the level of your goals. You'll rise to the level of your work, level of your daily routine, and of your rhythms. So if you're somebody who you have this goal of like, I want to sign 4 distributors, I want to sign 20 customers, and I'm going to get so close to being charted for this, I'm going to blah, blah, or I'm going Ruby. And then you don't work like you're going Ruby, you won't go, right? I know that sounds like so simple, but when I heard this, it blew my brain because I feel like that's so easy to do, is it not? Especially in this business, you're like a mindset junkie and you claim diamond and you do all the things and you forget to lead your team. They're not going to come with you. And I'm so guilty of this. I like claim all these big things and then I don't start showing up as that. So when you start showing up as where you're going, all of the work is going to become easier. It's going to be way more blessed and so fruitful. The other day I had a host post that had 40 comments on it. And this was somebody that I literally had messaged and I was like messaging her going, I don't know if anyone's going to comment on this. She barely has any friends. I was like, God, make so supposed to blow up. Like, I know I sound a little hokey pokey, but whatever you got to do, say it. Sent it to her. She got 40 comments on it, and 3 of those people signed up. I'm like, I'm gonna send this girl some free coffee. Like, that's so awesome. So whatever you need to do. So I'm gonna talk about the nitty gritty because I just get so jazzed about the rest of it, and I hate the detail stuff. But I also know how to learn it so that I can be successful. So if you're like me and you would literally rather just like go run around and scream and tell people this business is awesome than like sit down and message, I am the exact same way. I feel like this part of the business really I had to know why I was doing it in order to get excited about it. So if you do these things, you will sign all the people. That's why you need to be excited. But the actions themselves, unless you're a green person, will not make you excited. And that's okay. Work is not exciting all the time. Okay, so I'm going to talk about host to post because host to post is something that all of us should be doing. And I think we set this weird like thing in our head of like, okay, I need to sign or I need to get 10 host posts up. And then we're like, oh my gosh, girl, you got 10 host posts up. Like, good job. And you've talked to nobody. And we praise ourselves for doing 10 host posts, but nobody on them. And we didn't talk to anybody about the business. So I love doing things as a result oriented while enjoying the process. I celebrate the 10, but if they're not blowing up, I'm going to get up more because then I'm going to have to work extra hard the next day. So one of the things that I do at the beginning of the month, I'm going to put up a host post on my wall. If you're doing host posts all the time, you're going to see how new people come to your page. And if you're sharing your life, more people will come to your page, especially going live, sharing things you love, doing all the things. You're going to see that. So I haven't even put one up this month. Crazy. I must have just messaged. Okay, so you're going to put up a host post on your wall, something like this, super simple. And then what you're going to do is, especially when people start commenting on it, respond to their comments right away with like a GIF or something that like boosts your algorithm right away so that that post goes out. So as soon as a couple people comment with a GIF, make sure that it's seen and get all that out. Now, if you have all the same people comment on this all the time, get those same people to post. It doesn't matter, but also get new people. So I will go into my friends list. And I started doing this, I think Amber showed us how, and go to my friends list. Okay. I like how Cody and Alyssa are at the top. But let's say if I click Cody, obviously don't click on someone in the business. She's just an example. But if I click on Cody and I scroll down to mutual friends, I'm going to go see all mutual, and then I'm going to start messaging first off my husband, but I'm going to message there for posts. So I'm going to send those people messages, go back in your friends list. That's been such a fun way to do it because I'm messaging people I wouldn't normally message. So you can send those people a message to get it out. And then in your first 2 days of the month, if you haven't done this, do this now. You're going to get only giveaway host posts up. Every single thing is going to be a giveaway host post. Now, one of the things that bothers me about that is I like to have conversations about the product every day. So when I'm doing that, I'm also like messaging people who view my stories, asking them to be a product reviewer, or I'm posting on my wall about a product and getting into conversations that way. So that's how you can keep the money going. But once this happens, you guys, easiest freaking thing ever, because what's going to happen after that is you're just going to message people who posted on the giveaway for literally the whole month. So every single day after that, I'm going to get 8 to 10. I feel like lately, because I've had so many comments on people posting giveaway for me, 8 to 10 cleanse, and then a couple giveaway or one giveaway if it gets a lot. Now the next day, because I had those 2 days of so many people posting for me, like 5 or 10 people, depending on the comments, they're all giveaways. I have so many comments to go back to, and I just keep boosting those posts. So day I'll go drop a GIF or be like, giveaway in X amount of days participating, so excited to enter you guys. Those 10 posts literally carry me the whole month, but every day I'll get 1 or 2 extra. So I have so many people who are already interested in this giveaway to message. Now up might feel like the tedious part, but if you do it for 2 days, you don't have to do it. So just remind yourself of that, because we've had those months where you're like, I have messaged literally everyone and their dog and nobody's messaging me back. So if you are like that and you feel like you're climbing up a mountain, this is going to save you. So I really wanted to chat another, hopefully that makes sense. I'm trying to go fast. If you guys have questions, just message me. But another thing that I've been doing all the time is going to like anybody's page basically, and commenting something super, super personal or whatever, like being really intentional with my interacting. And I'll do this for like 10 minutes, but all of them are super personal. Like somebody comments a picture of their kid and I'm like, oh my gosh, they're so cute. How old are they? You look like such a good mama. You're having so much fun at the park. Like stupid long, not like this is so cute. So I'll message something super long on their post, love everything. And then I keep doing that for like 10 minutes and then I'll go live. And this has been really cool because what's happening is all the people I just messaged or just commented on are coming over on my live and they're getting to hang out with me. And I'll go live about something totally random on Facebook or on Instagram. And I feel like it's kind of like creating this community because people are commenting on things on my feed that are like, oh my gosh, I totally know what you mean. And they're responding these super lengthy things, which are really good for my algorithms because they know I'm open to it because I just like literally left them a poem on their wall. So that's something that I've been doing that I think has been really helping. Alyssa, is there anything that you are doing that's like super working so good right now that you want to share?
I'm pretty much doing exactly the same thing as you. One thing I'm going to start implementing that Amber shared that she was doing on the Diamond and Above call was that she's sending out her messages in the evening. So when she wakes up in the morning, you hopefully have a ton of yeses. So the goal is to send out whatever your number is. So for her, I think she said it was like 31 or 32. I'm like a 35 kind of girl. So I would send out those messages and then I put my phone down and I'm done for the night. And I will respond to those people in the morning when they say, yeah, sure, or maybe they haven't. But then in the morning, you have a good game plan of either you have some yeses to deal with or you need to know that you got some more to go after. If now that it is the 10th of the month, I know Brett likes to do her giveaways at the beginning of the month, which is amazing because you just smash it out and bring in all those potentials right off the bat so they're seeing your posts. But if you guys haven't done that and that's not something that you've done, boost it so you're doing half and half right now. I can promise you, even if you do that for the week, you are going to see a huge difference in your business. So do 5 giveaway posts, 5 product posts, or just take a couple days and amp up the giveaway posts and just send it to as many people as you can. Like Charmaine was having crazy days last week where it was like 14, 20 host a post up. Now, if you take a day or two and you smash those out, say just I don't know what the math would be. If you even get 10 people commenting on each of those, like that's 100 new people that are looking at your wall when you're posting, watching your stories, curious about what the heck you're doing, 100 new people to engage with, that it's not just constantly the same thing. You're going to see new faces watching your stories, new people liking your posts. It just, again, it brings that excitement back because I don't know about you, but when I have like we're used to have weeks where it's like it's all the same people posting for me and then you're already in a funk because those people never bring in potential, so you're like, why am I doing this? Like I never literally get comments or likes. Like it's our job to mix up our business and bring in those potentials. So that's one great way to do it. So if you feel like you've been dead in the water, take the next 2 days, amp out all of those host a post to be giveaway posts. And then, like Britt said, start messaging in your story and asking people to be product reviewers. And you have an amazing script for that. That makes it like so normal. So, yeah, I pretty much do exactly the same thing as you.
I love that. And I think the most important part of it, you guys, is then you have to be consistent because now you have, like she said, 100 people in your feed and you don't post. They're not going to be in there for long. Facebook will stop showing up. It's so annoying, but they do that. So you have to make sure that you're showing up consistently and authentically after that so that people have a reason to stick around. And one of the things that I'm learning is with social media, and Alyssa's like talked about this too with all of the things, like she follows different network marketers and different bloggers that she really likes that are styles that she would like to adopt. One of the things that I've noticed is I will follow people that sell something because I don't know they sell anything. I will subconsciously want to buy what they're selling and I don't even know they're selling it. It's like the weirdest thing. Like literally, I did this workout today. I've been following this girl for years and she just keeps working out in her stories every single day. And then she shared that she had a reel and I clicked on it and she has a full website and I bought her subscription. Like that's how easy it is. Bought it because I know her, I like her, and she does what she preaches every single day. She works out and I'm like, oh, I could look like that and she seems happy and blah, 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 whatever, right? People do that. So whatever it is that you're trying to portray, make sure that it's clear and be authentic and keep showing up and have fun with it. Because when you're having fun with it, that's when people are really excited about it too. If they feel like you're just trying to sell them something, they're going to be annoyed, which is where Host Bills comes in, because then you can just sell it to them that way. But one of the things we wanted to wrap up with is just like opening it up for you guys. If you want to talk about anything, if there's anything you need help with, if there's anything you just want to share, like what are you excited about right now? What are some things that really fire you up? Where are you going? What are you doing? Like if you guys want to just like shout it out just so it's out there. When I went, Alyssa had, I don't remember how this worked. Somehow I did a Zoom with you and Aaron, and they were introducing themselves, and Aaron's like, I'm Ambassador Diamond, and Alyssa's like, I'm Double Diamond. And I said on that Zoom with Aaron, I'm Emerald, but I'm skipping Diamond and going double. That like fired me up, because I was like, holy crap, I told Aaron tweet, I have to do it. So if you're that way, just shout it out. Like tell us where you're going, because putting it out there, it's going to bring so much more excitement, and it's just like so fun when you can hit it, and we're going to celebrate you either way. But yeah, open mic if you guys want to chat. No pressure, obviously, but we're going to, yeah, if you want to hang out. Okay. Do you guys have like something you're really working towards, somewhere that you're going, something you're excited about maybe going into fall? I know that that's like a super like transitional season for everybody. I feel like Michaela's typing maybe. Yeah, you can unmute if you want to. You might be in a busy area.
She's visiting her fam jam.
Love it.
Boys everywhere.
Yes. I know one of the things that I'm really excited for moving forward is just setting a new standard for myself, how I work, how I show up, all the way across the board. I feel like this is going to be such a personal growth season, but I'm also just so excited to see what God does with the work that we're doing consistently, because I feel like that's something that, yeah, is just really cool and it's new. So I'm excited about it.
Me too. I'm excited to see who's going to go to the next level. Like so many people talk about it, very few people do it, and you can see it on the compensation plan, and it's just, I can't wait to see who does in our crew.
This team's gonna do it. We got to be a top 200 income earner. We were looking at the income earnings of the top 200. No problem, you guys. We can do it. We need to be a top 200 team. That's what we're doing for next year.
Let's go. We can do that by conference, January. Done.
I seen that on Instagram. I'm actually currently driving, listening to you guys.
Oh, I love
That's
it.
what I'm doing. Yeah, going out of town right now. So like my goal is to be able to actually be able to earn enough so I can travel more and actually visit my family and whatnot. And then I mean, having kids too on top of it and working nights is not ideal. So
yeah. Oh, that's so awesome. What promotion are you going for right now?
Well, preferably Ruby, but honestly, like if I could go anything above that would be amazing as well. So
yes. Do you have your Ruby chart out already?
I've had a chart printed out for like ever, but yeah, it's just I guess being consistent and actually buckling down and doing things. So
you can do it. You are so consistent. You show up all the time. It's coming for you. That's so awesome. It's true.
I mean, the host of posts that's been doing pretty good lately. So
that's so awesome.
Yeah.
Yay! I'm so proud of you.
I'm so hyped.
So good. I can't wait. You're gonna go way past Ruby. You're gonna see the bonuses that are dropped in September. I don't know what they are, but there's probably gonna be a bonus, and you're gonna be like, "F Ruby, I'm going diamond."
Yeah, that'd be amazing.
Yeah, you can do it.
My room got quiet for like a brief minute, so I thought I'd unmute. I actually got some news today, and in the next couple of days, I think I have to reevaluate what fall looks like. So I'm actually in just starting today. Like I've been thinking about because this business was part-time for me. And then over the summer, like I thought it was going to be more full-time, but then like I was at the studio so much, and then I was traveling. So making it full-time was not exactly my best option. but the fall we'll see what that looks like. But I really want, like, what I really want, I'd really love to get there.
Yeah.
This is something I gotta push.
Well, that's so awesome. So you want this to be a little bit more full-time now, is what you're thinking?
Well, yeah, like I'm kind of on the DL, but I'm like maybe being forced to quit my job. So yeah, so this might become full time, and I think it'd be really cool. I just need it to like. I'm at the point where I feel like I'm having so many conversations, and I'm getting lots of like no, or like just in the fall, or my husband is switching jobs, like that stuff.
Mhm.
So it's just like I just need the people that are going to say yes, or the people that are saying no to me, like I have a feeling like it's going to be a month from now or 2 months from now, then they're going to be the ones that are like, okay, I'm ready now.
Yeah.
Just a matter of keeping it going, right?
Yeah. Well, the abundance is coming. I think that sometimes, like when COVID hit, this was forced to become my full-time job. So I know exactly what you mean. And I think that sometimes when you're between a rock and a hard place, like whether you work under pressure or not, you're just going to make it happen. So I have no doubt that you're going to do it. Seriously, you have what it takes. You can do it. And I think the same thing's going to happen. You're going to be at conference and you're going to be like, what the heck? Like, I might as well go for it. And then
Got
you're
my
just
ticket.
right? Like, why not? I've done harder things probably.
So true.
So awesome. I love it. I'm so excited for you. Anybody else want to share?
I just wanted to say, like, Michaela's posts and stories lately have been so good
Mm-hmm.
too.
So awesome. I love it.
You guys are so sweet. I'm actually having so much fun with my social media recently. So that's actually, that means a lot. Thanks, Jermaine.
You can tell. That's the best part. When you're true to you, people just love watching it because they know you're having fun. Like people see through people. And you're so genuine and so authentic. I know you're having fun. Like it makes everybody have fun that watches. It's so awesome. I love it. Anybody else? Teresa's just over there being a boss mama, showing up to everything, doing the 1,000,001 things.
I'm trying.
Yeah.
My biggest goal though is to become a product of the product, right? Like after I have baby and stuff, I feel like it'll help because a lot of people are like, does it really work, or how does it work for you, or like all that kind of stuff. So to be able to like actually use the weight loss products and all that kind of stuff, they'll like help immensely, I think.
Oh, that's so awesome. And you'll feel so good. You need all the energy to chase your 1,000,000 babies. So
no kidding.
You'll be like, no problem. Let me take all the things I needed. Oh, that's such a good goal. I love that. I don't know if Cheyenne can. Oh, yeah. She's excited to see our team explode. Me too. All of the most amazing people are about to join. They already are. Like, I honestly can tell you guys that the caliber of people that I'm talking to is insane. And I honestly think all that just happens when you make a decision that you're going. So if you're talking to people right now that aren't excited, get excited and watch. Like, everyone's just going to be flocking. It's going to be so cool. I love it. Sweet. Well, thanks for hanging out with us, guys. This was so fun. I'm glad we could chat. There's Zooms every single morning, so hop on them, set your alarm, make your husband wake you up. If you're me, I don't know what's up with that. Give me 1 week and I'll get into it. Normally I'm fine. I feel like a granny lately. Yeah, and then we're also going to be doing power hours at night. So if you guys have teams, let them know. Tomorrow I'm going to host one. Alyssa hosts every single morning. There's one even earlier than that. If you guys have jobs or if you're in a different time zone and it's not that early for you, then that's a good one to hop on too. So we'll share the banner again. But thanks for hopping on, you guys. This is going to be so good. I'm already excited for next week.